Exercise 8.1 is going on. Question number 6. Diagonal AC of a parallelogram ABCD bisects angle A. Here figure is given. A parallelogram is given and it says ABCD is a parallelogram. Its diagonal AC bisects angle A. Then first thing is to show that it bisects angle C also, and ABCD is a rhombus. It is a parallelogram given here. Means AB is parallel to DC and DC is parallel to AD. It is given. And diagonal AC bisects angle A. ABCD is a parallelogram. And diagonal AC bisects angle A, which means angle BAC and DAC are equal. It means angle BAC is equal to angle DAC. Then it is required to prove that this angle will be equal to this angle. Means BCA will be equal to DCA, and that is very simple because prove angle BAC is equal to alternate angle DCA. BAC and DCA are alternate angles because AB is parallel to CD. Similarly, angle DAC will be equal to angle ACB or PCA. Because BC is parallel to AD. But BAC is equal to DAC. This and this are equal. Therefore, angle DCA is equal to angle ACB. Means AC bisects angle C also. First is true. First part of question 6 is proved. Therefore, AC bisects angle C also. Then ABCD is a rhombus. For being rhombus, here AB is equal to DC, DC is equal to AD. But if AB and BC or AB and AD are also equal, then it will be a rhombus. Here, you see in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, angle BAC is equal to angle BCA, because we have proved that this angle is equal to this angle and this one is equal to this, and they are also equal, so they will also be equal. Therefore BAC and BCA are equal, but these are base angle of triangle ABC. Therefore AB is equal to BC. When AB equal to BC, BC is equal to AD, thus all four sides are equal. Therefore AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD, and hence ABCD will be a parallelogram. Therefore ABCD is a parallelogram. This is the case. Number 6. Now number 7. In number 7 it is question 6. Now in question 7 and the proof of the rider based on parallelogram. ABCD is a rhombus. Here ABCD, a rhombus is given. AB, it doesn't seem rhombus. ABCD is a rhombus. So that diagonal AC bisects A angle AC and diagonal BD bisects B as well angle B. Means the two diagonals bisect its angles. Means AC bisects angle A and C, and DB will bisect angle B and B. It is very simple here. See. In triangle ABC, this side is equal to this side, means AB is equal to BC. Therefore, angle BAC will be equal to angle BC. Isosceles triangles property. And this angle is equal to this alternate angle. This one is equal to this angle 2. This angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Here also AD is equal to DC. So these two are also equal. 4 and 2 are equal, but 1 and 2 are equal because it is a rhombus, means a parallelogram. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. And angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Therefore, all angles are equal, means angle 1 is equal to angle 4, angle 2 will be equal to angle 3. Therefore, AC bisects angle A and angle C. First, I told you that in triangle ABC, angle 1 and angle 3 are equal there because they are base angles of an isosceles triangle. Similarly, in triangle ADC, 4 and 2 are equal because AD is equal to DC, and these are also base angles of the isosceles triangle. But 1 is equal to 2 because rhombus is a parallelogram also. 4 is equal to 3. So all angles, 1 is equal to 2, 2 is equal to 3, and 2 is equal to 4, 4 is equal to 1. So all fours are equal. Therefore, AC bisects angle A and C. Similarly, Forget here AC line 10 dB. ABD is a triangle in which AB and AD are equal. So these two angles are equal. BCD is also an isosceles triangle. Therefore, these two angles will be equal. But this and this are alternate angles. Therefore, here also all four angles will be equal. Therefore, BD bisects angle D as well as angle D. So it is very simple here that diagonal AC bisects angle A and C, and diagonal BD bisects angle B and C. It's very simple. I am not writing in full. Simply hint is given to you of question 7. You try to write in proper way. First given, then what is to prove, and then prove it. Question number 8 here. Given that ABCD is a rectangle in which diagonal AC bisects A as well angle C, so that it is a square rectangle. In a rectangle, it says diagonal AC, A, B, C and D. It is given that it is a rectangle, and at the same time this equal to this and this is equal to this. Means in A, the AC divides angle A in two parts which are given equal, and AC divides angle C in two parts, they are also equal. So see here, this angle 1 half of A and C, which is also half of C, they are alternate angle because square is a parallelogram, rectangle is a parallelogram. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Alternate angle. But given that here 1 are equal and 2 are equal, when in triangle ABC, when angle 1 is equal to angle 2, then AB is equal to BC. For your convenience, you can take here 3, 4. 1 and 4 are equal here. Alternating. 3 and 2 are equal. But given that 1 and 3 are also equal, so 3 and 4 becomes equal, 1 and 2 becomes equal. And when 1 and 2 are equal, then AB equal to BC. In rectangle, AB equal to DC, and AB becomes equal to BC also, so it becomes equal to AD. And when rectangle has all its four sides equal, then it is a square, and it is proved here. Question 8 of exercise 8.1. And we will hint, you will write in full, because a full written question only can provide you a good mark or total mark. 9. In parallelogram ABCD, 2 points P and Q are taken on diagonal BD. Parallelogram is ABCD. ABCD is a parallelogram this way. BD is big diagonal. Here must be B, A, B. Here C, D should be taken here. BD is a diagonal. And 2 points. Here is P and there is Q. P and Q are taken on diagonal such that DP and BQ are equal. BQ and DP are equal. Then 5 things here is to be proved. In figure AP, no problem. AP and CQ here, AQ and one more CP are joined this way, so that triangle APD is congruent to CQB. APD, this triangle is congruent to triangle CQB, this one. Now taking these two triangles, this side is equal to this side given, means BC is equal to AD. And what come equal angle this is equal to alternate angle this. CBQ is equal to angle this one is equal to this one. Which one? ADP. Alternate angles of these angles. One more is required. One more angle is required. But no need of that angle because here BQ, PD and BQ are equal. You understood? In triangle ADP and triangle BCQ, AD is equal to BC given. This PD is equal to BQ given. Second point. Third is angle CBQ. This one is equal to angle ADP. These are alternate angles because AD is parallel to BC. Therefore, the two triangles are congruent by SAS congruence, as you see in the figure. So, first part is proved that triangle APD is congruent to triangle CQB. You follow? First job. When they are congruent, then AP and CQ will be equal by CP CD. First, I proved that triangle APD is congruent to triangle CQB by SAS congruence. So, AP and CQ will be equal. CP. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Here congruence can be written CP. So we finish two parts. Then AQB is this triangle and CPD is that one above. Similarly, here also, see here, this side is equal to this side. The sides are given here come equal, and one angle here, this angle is equal to this angle, again alternate angle. So the two triangles AQB and CPD will be also congruent by SAS congruence, as here APD and CBQ are proved. Therefore its part AQ is equal to CP. Therefore AQ is equal to CP will be equal. So we have proved 4 parts. Now we see here that opposite sides AP is equal to CQ, AQ is equal to CP. Therefore it will be a parallelogram, because there is a theorem that if opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, it will be a parallelogram. So fifth is also proved. Thus all 5 parts of question 9 are finished. You try to complete the sum, a bigger sum, because it has 9 parts and 3 different statements are required. Let us proceed further. Question 10. These questions are very important for your examinations. Question 10. ABCD is a parallelogram. AP and CQ are perpendicular from vertices A and C on diagonal BD, so that triangle APB is congruent to triangle CQD. Hence AP is equal to CQ. This is also case of simple congruency. Question 10. A parallelogram is given like this. A parallelogram is given AB, CD, diagonal BD joint, and 2 perpendiculars. AP is here and CQ is CQ. These are perpendiculars. Perpendicular from vertices A and C and diagonal BD are AP and CQ. Prove that triangle APB is congruent to triangle CQD. APB, CQ and D. This side is equal to this. In 2 triangles, one side, that is AB is equal to CD. Remember it? AB equal to CD. And one angle is 90 here. This 90 means this also 90, this 90 means this also 90. Taking that angle APB is equal to angle CQD equal to 90. Both are 90. 2 things are here. And one more thing, angle ABP, this angle is equal to angle CPQ, alternate angle. So here triangle ABP will be congruent to triangle CQD by ASA congruence. 2 angles and corresponding side. Therefore, AP will be equal to CQ by CPCD. A very simple thing. Question 10 is very simple, but you try to understand it. Figure I have drawn there. And I told you the three parts of two triangles. One is triangle APB and other is triangle CQD. In these two triangles, I told AB is equal to DC because opposite sides are parallelogram. Angle APB, this angle is equal to angle CQD 90, given that AP and CQ are perpendiculars. And one more, angle APB, this angle is equal to angle CDQ, that angle. Therefore, two corresponding angles and one corresponding side of the two triangles are equal. Therefore, they will be congruent by ASA. Congruency. Therefore, AP is equal to CQ. It is question number 10. Now, question 11 starts, which has 5 parts. No, 6 parts. All parts are related to each other. So, let us